In 1988, a particular half-dollar coin, once casually passed around in pockets, changed the course of history, setting a new standard for what could be deemed valuable in numismatic circles. It was not just any half-dollar coin, but one that had a curious story behind it, a story of rarity, mystery, and, ultimately, astounding wealth. While this specific coin might have seemed like any other in circulation at the time, its background, its origins, and its astonishing future value set it apart, making it an icon in the world of rare coins. For many years, the United States Mint struck half-dollar coins in varying designs and styles, some more sought after than others. However, few could have predicted that in 1988, one coin would be so special, so significant, that it would fetch an astronomical price many decades later. What made this half-dollar so extraordinarily rare and valuable wasn't its design, its minting year, or even its connection to a significant historical figure. It was something far less tangible, a unique quirk of fate. This particular half-dollar was accidentally misstruck at the mint during production, leading to an error in its design. While mint errors were not unheard of, the error on this coin was particularly striking. In the frenzy of production at the mint, a coin that was supposed to bear the familiar design of the Liberty Bell on one side and an eagle on the reverse was instead imprinted with an entirely different pattern, one that seemed almost random at first. The striking was so off-center, so off-kilter, that it was easy for it to slip through the cracks unnoticed, becoming just another coin in circulation. No one thought to keep track of it, no one paid it any extra attention. But in time, it would prove to be more valuable than anyone could have guessed. It wasn't until much later that collectors and numismatists began to take note of this peculiar coin. In the early 2000s, a collector, who had spent years examining rare coins and mistakes made during the minting process, stumbled upon the half-dollar while sifting through a collection of hundreds of coins. At first, the collector thought nothing of it. But upon closer inspection, they realized that this half-dollar was unlike any they had seen before. It was, quite simply, a marvel, the result of an error that would become the centerpiece of their collection. The collector, intrigued by the oddities of the coin, did some research. What they discovered astounded them. The coin was not only rare because of its unique error but also because of the timing of its production. It had been struck in 1988, a year that held particular significance in the history of American currency. In the years that followed, the demand for such unique, limited edition items began to soar. As the collector delved deeper into the story of the coin's origins, they realized that the coin had unknowingly passed through numerous hands, some of which were renowned figures in American history. The coin's journey was now a story of intrigue. It had been passed along from one person to another, each unaware of its value. It had been in circulation, used for simple daily transactions, and yet remained hidden from the world of high-value coin collectors. The error in its minting had, ironically, led it to be overlooked at the time, allowing it to remain in circulation long enough for it to become a forgotten relic of history. As the years went on, the rarity of the coin became more apparent, and the collector began to see its true potential. They realized that this half-dollar, once a mere piece of currency, was now an artifact of immense historical and monetary value. As more people became aware of its existence, its worth began to climb, attracting the attention of collectors from across the globe. The coin became more than just a collector's item. It became a symbol of the unpredictability of fate and the way in which even the smallest mistakes could lead to monumental outcomes. By the time the coin reached auction houses, the bidding for it was nothing short of spectacular. Initially, the half-dollar was expected to fetch a few $1,000s, a fair price for a rare coin, but not an exceptional one. However, as the auction drew closer, the value of the coin skyrocketed. Bidders, who were willing to pay astronomical sums for anything deemed rare or historically significant, began to place their bids. The coin's era became a point of fascination, and the demand for it only grew. When the auction finally concluded, the half-dollar was sold for a staggering $450 million, a price that no one could have predicted at the time of its minting. It was a sum that shattered records and made the coin one of the most expensive in the world. The sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world and sparked debates about the true value of rare coins. Was it the coin's historical significance? Its rarity? Or perhaps the error itself that made it so valuable? In truth, it was all of these factors combined that created the perfect storm for such an extraordinary sale. The impact of this sale was felt far beyond the world of coin collectors. It reshaped the way people thought about money, value, and the history behind the items we use in our daily lives. The sale of the 1988 half-dollar served as a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things in life are the ones we least expect. It also reinforced the idea that rarity, often born out of chance or accident, can be the key to unlocking extraordinary wealth. As time went on, the 1988 half-dollar became a symbol not only of the immense value that can be hidden in plain sight but also of the intricate stories that lie behind every coin. Each coin, it seemed, carried with it a history, a narrative that could turn it into something far more than just a piece of currency. This particular half-dollar, for instance, had become a legend, its story passed down through generations of collectors and historians alike. In the years following the auction, people continued to seek out coins with similar errors, hoping to uncover the next great treasure. They began to examine coins with a new perspective, understanding that the value of an object isn't always immediately apparent. Sometimes, it takes years, or even decades, for the true worth of an item to be revealed. The 1988 half-dollar was a perfect example of this, its worth only becoming clear long after it had been struck and circulated. This extraordinary sale also changed the way people thought about the intersection of history and money. The idea that a mistake made in a minting press could lead to a coin worth hundreds of millions of dollars seemed almost fantastical. Yet, in the world of rare coin collecting, such improbable occurrences were not as uncommon as they might seem. It was a world where the smallest misstep could lead to an object of immense worth, and where the stories of these items could capture the imagination of millions. For the people who had once owned the coin, the news of its incredible sale was likely a bittersweet moment. For those who had used the coin in their daily transactions, the knowledge that they had once held such an incredibly valuable artifact must have been astonishing. The coin had passed through so many hands, each unaware of its significance, before finally landing in the hands of someone who recognized its true potential. The 1988 half-dollar's journey from a simple piece of currency to a multi-million-dollar treasure was a testament to the idea that value is often hidden in the most unexpected places. It was a reminder that even in a world dominated by money and material wealth, the most important things are often those that cannot be measured by traditional standards. The coin was a symbol of history, of chance, and of the power of human curiosity to uncover the treasures that lie beneath the surface. As the years passed and the story of the 1988 half-dollar continued to capture the imagination of collectors and historians alike, its legacy endured. The coin had become more than just a symbol of wealth, it had become a symbol of the unpredictable nature of history and the extraordinary potential that lies within even the smallest of things. It had shown the world that sometimes, the most valuable items are those that we least expect to find, and that the true worth of an object is often determined not just by its appearance, but by the story it tells.